Do you want to buy the best players in FIFA 21 Ultimate Team? Well, if the answer is yes, don't buy FIFA points. Just head over to u7buy.com for your cheap, fast, safe and reliable Ultimate Team coins. Make sure to use the code RRB at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of I Rate Your Teams, a series where you guys send in your teams through Instagram and I give them a rating out of 10 and also give you guys some possible upgrades that you can make to your teams. But with that being said, we do have another episode of I Rate Your Teams. If you guys do want to see more of these kind of videos, make sure you guys do leave a like on the video, subscribe and turn on post notifications. And also, guys, if you want to be featured in the video and you want to be added to the list for this series, all you guys got to do is follow some quick and easy steps. Right, just like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications. All right, and then once you've done that, take a picture, screenshot that, head over to my Instagram, follow my Instagram, and then DM me that screenshot of you following the steps, and then just leave a comment saying I rate your teams, and then I'll add you to the list. But with that being said, enough of the waffle, let's go ahead and let's get straight into the teams. Let's get it. Okay, guys, so going into the first team, we do have a team sent in by E0_vibes, all right, on Instagram. He sent me a team, so big shout out to you, bro. But let's get into it, man. So as you guys can see, this is his team. And now the first thing that's probably drawn your attention is that non-rare Jordan Ayew card, but he actually said to me that he does indeed sub on second inform Lozano straight away when the game starts for Jordan Ayew. So just imagine Lozano is up front or out wide in game. All right, Ayew is just there for chemistry for Zaha. But with that being said, guys, let's have a look at his defense. Now he does have Kleber, Walker, Gomez and Davies. Now I'm not gonna lie, this defense is insane, ridiculously overpowered, probably one of the most overpowered and meta defensive lines that you guys can get right now in FIFA 21. So yeah, man, well done on this part of the team. Your defense is fantastic. Like, in terms of improvements, there's really not much you can do to improve that defense. What you could do possibly is go ahead and pick up inform Pope, because obviously yeah, Pope did actually get inform, so you could do that as a little upgrade. You know, just get inform Pope if you do have some spare coins lying around. But in terms of Kyle Walker, you can't really upgrade him. Obviously you could actually get his inform, but his inform, we're talking about like a mil coins right now. So I'm guessing you don't have a mil coins to make upgrades, but you know, if for some reason you did, you could go ahead and pick up inform Kyle Walker. You could actually get inform Joe Gomez as well, but again, he's very expensive, you know, 700k. So yeah, honestly, just this defense here is perfect, and if you're looking to upgrade it, just go ahead and pick up inform Nick Pope. But moving on though, in towards the midfield part of the team, the attacking part of the team. So you are playing Gnabry on 7 chem, like that's fine. I think this Gnabry card is good enough to play on 7 chem. It's a fantastic card. So yeah, well done on doing that SBC. We got VIEIRA here as well, one of the most overpowered midfielders in the game, a good box-to-box midfielder or a good CDM. You got Robin here as well, linking to Kleber. That link, man, this link here is a filthy link. It's a link that you see a lot in Foot Champions. Ever since this Robin card got released, a lot of people have used this card. Yeah, this card is fantastic. So again, and this link here is probably one of the best green links that you can get on like that right hand side, you know, from a right mid to a right back. Probably one of the best links that you guys can get in the game. And then obviously you got headliner ZAHA here, which is fantastic and also has that potential to upgrade. And then obviously you got inform Lozano in game, and then Kevin De Bruyne. And now for upgrades for this, there's not much that you can do, obviously, without affecting chemistry. But what you could do here is, I'm guessing De Bruyne plays De Bruyne probably actually plays centre mid in a 4-2-3-1 with VIEIRA, because, you know, if you got 4 attackers, you got Lozano, Gnabry, Zaha and Robin. So if you are looking for like another midfielder, like a box-to-box Premier League midfielder, you could get like someone like Road to the Final. You could get Road to the Final Wijnaldum. You could get that. You could get Kante if you're looking for a more defensive option, which is an option I would recommend that you go ahead and get if you are looking for that. You know, if you're using VIEIRA as more of a box-to-box type midfielder, then I'd definitely go ahead and get Kante. But if you need a box-to-box midfielder, you could actually go ahead. He is pretty expensive, but you could go ahead and pick up first inform Bruno Fernandes, for example. But the main recommendation that I have to you is probably honestly just to go ahead and pick up just go ahead and pick up N'Golo Kante. That's probably what I would do, because I think in a 4-2-3-1 formation, the combination of Vieira and Kante in the 2 DM spots is just ridiculously overpowered. I think they work ridiculously well together. You know, Vieira's got that height, the strength about him. Kante is very, very quick in game. He's good at defending, one of the best midfielders in the game. So in terms of that, if you are in the 4-2-3-1 formation, I definitely would do that, and swap him out, swap Kante for De Bruyne. I know De Bruyne's better going forward, but if you're in a 4-2-3-1 formation, definitely would recommend doing that, because in game obviously you do have Lozano, ZAHA, Robben and Gnabry as your 4 attackers. So yeah, that is something I definitely would think about doing for upgrades. But like, other than that, what you could, again, another thing that you could do is maybe get Lozano's 3rd inform. So instead of using Lozano's 2nd inform, because he did specify that he is using Lozano's 2nd inform, so if you don't want to use a 2nd inform, and again you want to make another upgrade, I would go to Lozano's 86 rated card, and then obviously you can just put that in game. But yeah, in terms of upgrades, that's pretty much what you could do. Oh, because obviously Gnabry's untradeable, Robben's untradeable. This Zaha card probably isn't untradeable, but even if it was, you know, it's kind of hard to upgrade because this card is very, very good. So yeah, I mean, there's not much you could do here. You could, again, you could possibly, if you do, it depends where you play Zaha. But again, if you're playing him cam, you could get like Inform Firmino and then get like a different striker, a more expensive striker in game. So maybe you wouldn't have to use Lozano. You could get, there's not many options, but that's what I'm saying. Like Zaha's, it's hard to upgrade from Zaha because he's one of the best options. But yeah, I'd recommend that. I'd definitely recommend that you go ahead and get Kante though. That's like the #1 recommendation I have for you. This squad is just too good, so it's very, very hard to upgrade. It works really, really well. So yeah, that's definitely what I would do. So to upgrade, or the 2 to 3 upgrades that I would do is definitely put in N'Golo Kante instead of De Bruyne, get Inform Pope, and then upgrade from Lozano's 2nd Inform to his 3rd Inform. So they are the upgrades that I would make, and I'm just going to quickly put De Bruyne here back in the side, just so you know obviously what your original team is. So yeah, the upgrades that I'm going to leave on the bench are these. So obviously you'd have Kante as an upgrade for De Bruyne, a 3rd inform at Lozano for a 2nd inform, and an inform Pope. So yeah, that is what I would do for this team, for upgrading this team. But in terms of a rating out of 10, in terms of a rating out of 10, I'd honestly have to give this a solid, like, I'd have to give this a solid 9. I think this team really, really is fantastic. You know, I know it's not got like a Neymar or a CR7 or an Mbappe, but this team really, really is fantastic, and it's a meta team. You know, it's a very, very overpowered team. You've got that defense there, which is really, really overpowered and sweaty. You know, you've got the midfield partnership of De Bruyne and Vieira, which is again a very, very good balance, and then your attack of Lozano, Zaha, Robben and Gnabry is fantastic. So I think, you know what, nah, I'm not gonna give it a 9. I feel like a 9 is just a little bit too. I'll give it 8.5, an 8.5. I think this team is fantastic. So yeah, congrats on this team, bro. EO_vibes. Big shout out to you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the first team. Let's go ahead and get into team number 2. Okay guys, so in towards the second team now, we do have a team sent in by Atlee, or ACK1EY. all right, so this is his team, and again, big shout out to you, bro. Thank you for sending in your team. Now I'm not gonna lie, this team, just looking at it again, looks absolutely fantastic. And again, we're gonna start off with the defense. Just like last defense we saw, this is just one of the best defenses that you can get in the game, and probably the most used defense as well. You know, you got Kyle Walker at right back, you got Gomez, Varane, Mendy. I mean, everyone knows that this combination here is absolutely fantastic. And in terms of upgrading it, it's very, very hard to upgrade this unless you've got loads and loads of coins where you can get Inform Gomez, or you can get Road to the Final Varane. You can't really upgrade this team. So again, we're not going to spend too much time on that defense, because this defense is perfect, and he's even got Inform Nick Pope as well. So I can't even tell you to upgrade the keeper there. So make sure you guys actually just keep this defense, because it really, really is overpowered, and it's just a fantastic defense. So good job there on the defense. But In the midfield now, again, the midfield looks just solid. So in game it's a 4-2-3-1, I'm pretty sure. Again, Pogba and Kante, a fantastic midfield duo. It's a good balance. That's what I like about it. It's a good balance. You know, you got Pogba, who is quite well rounded in this game. He's got skill moves. You know, he's got 5-star skill moves. He's got a decent amount of pace. He's strong. He's tall. But then you got the smaller, quicker player in Kante, and also the player that's better defensively out of the two as well. So I think this is a very, very good combination that you've got here of Kante and Pogba. I think it is really, really overpowered, and that Pogba is actually a red foot champs card, so let me just change that for you there. So again, in terms of upgrading, you can't really do, like, this is the thing, if you guys are making really, really good teams, it's actually very, very hard to give you guys an upgrade, because you can't upgrade Kante. He's like the best Prem French CDM that you can get in the game that gets chemistry as well. So yeah, you can't really do anything there. In terms of the wide players, Jadon Sancho, I packed this record breakers card untradeable. It's a really, really good card. I like it a lot, and it's the kind of card that I like to use in the game as well, because he's quite fast. He's got fantastic dribbling and agility. He's got 5-star skill moves. So this Sancho card is really, really good. In terms of Ousmane Dembele, coin for coin, one of the best cards in the game. You could upgrade him though. You could upgrade him to Eden Hazard if you wanted to. Eden Hazard is fantastic. You could also get Marcus Rashford if you wanted to. And I'm not going to lie, Marcus Rashford is pretty overpowered in this game. So yeah, that's probably what I would do in terms of suggesting an upgrade for you, is to either get Marcus Rashford here. There's two now. What I wanted to, because you can't get Marcus Rashford in this position, because I'm also going to recommend that you get Marcus Rashford somewhere else. So let me quickly hold on. What you could do, I'm going to give you two options, all right? Two scenarios that you can do. So number one, Eden Hazard in that left wing spot instead of Ousmane Dembele. Now, if you're going to do that, that's when then I would recommend that you take out Ollie Watkins. I know you're a Villa fan, by the way, because of your Instagram profile pictures. Jack Grealish, by the way, absolute baller. In my opinion, top 5 players in the Premier League. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But anyway, yeah, I can tell you're a Villa fan, so I'm guessing that's why I have Ollie Watkins. But if you can find yourself to sell Ollie Watkins, I definitely would recommend getting just normal Rashford. Play him on 7 chem with a manager in that striker spot. That's definitely what I would recommend. Marcus Rashford is just too good in this game, right? So you know, especially when you can fit him in this team, I just would recommend that you go ahead and do that. But if you want to keep Ollie Watkins, then at least put Marcus Rashford on the left and then use Ollie Watkins at striker if you would like to keep Ollie Watkins. That's definitely what I would recommend. So there are the two options that you could do for upgrading the team. Obviously, this Grealish card is fantastic. I recommend you keep that. And then yeah, that's literally it. So they're literally the only two positions that you can actually upgrade in this team, is Ousmane Dembele and then Ollie Watkins. But again, it's up to you. But I definitely would recommend doing the Hazard and Rashford combination. I definitely would upgrade to those two. But again, if you want to keep Ollie Watkins, because I know you're a Villa fan, if you want to keep Ollie Watkins and you like him, then at least bring in Rashford here in the left wing spot. Yeah, that's definitely what I would do. So yeah, let me know though in the comments what route are you going to take? Are you going to take the Hazard and the Rashford route, or are you just going to take the Rashford route? But yeah, let me know. Honestly, that's pretty much it. I mean, this is a red foot champs Pogba. You can't really upgrade. There's nothing really you can upgrade here. So yeah, that's going to be it for the second team. I know this one was a quick one, but yeah, for a rating out of 10 though, I'd have to give this. Ooh, okay. I think I'd have to give this the same as last one. You know, but I mean, in terms of the defense, that's like a 10 out of 10 defense. Kante and Pogba midfield, again, that's fantastic. The attack, Sancho, really, really good. Got Grealish. I'm not going to lie, if you had a different striker, because I'm not going to lie, you could put Rashford in there and choose a different Premier striker, like, I don't know, an informed Zaha, for example. If you had like an informed Zaha or Timo, I think Ollie Watkins is probably better than Werner. If you who could you put? I mean, you could get Inform Werner though. You could upgrade to Inform Werner, which is very, very good, or second Inform Zaha. But if you did one of those changes, I'd probably give this team a 9 out of 10. But because you've got obviously Ousmane Dembele in here, and then you've got Ollie Watkins, let me just put him back in here. So yeah, this is your team. I'd say yeah, this isn't even a weak spot. Like, Ousmane Dembele is very, very overpowered, but you can kind of upgrade him a little bit at this stage of FIFA. So I'm gonna give this team a rating of 8 I'm torn between 8 and 8.5, but you know what, I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna give you an 8.5 because I think this team is fantastic, and it's a little bit unique in terms of the fact that you got Grealish in there, Sancho. Not many people use Sancho. So yeah, it's a good team. I'd give an 8.5 out of 10 as well. And yeah, let me know if you're gonna make the upgrades like I recommended. You know, you could get Rashford, Hazard. And let me just put in from ZAHA here as well. So yeah, you could definitely get one of these cards here just to make an upgrade. But yeah, this team is absolutely fantastic, and yeah, thank you for sending in your team, but let's go ahead and move on into the third and final squad. Okay guys, so going into the third and final squad for today's episode of I Rate Your Teams. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far, but we do have a team sent in by _3 _. Alright, so again, big shout out to you, bro. Thank you for sending in your team. So with that being said, now let's just get into it. Let's just get into it because I got a few thoughts of what you can do to improve this team, because at the moment it's not looking the best, and I think I can definitely help you make it better. But yeah, so looking at the defense, obviously we do have Kleiber here, good card in the right back spot. We got, I can't even pronounce this guy's name. I'm not even going to try. But I just can't do it. But yeah, we got this guy here in the right centre back spot, who is a good option to use, but obviously it's kind of hard to get good links to him. So, and again, that's probably why you've got this bad goalkeeper here, which again, I'm going to tell you what to do with that. But again, you've got Varane off chemistry here. You got Mendy on full chem, which is decent. Like, the defense is good. Like the two fullbacks and the centre backs are very, very good. But you want to try to get Varane on full chem, and I'd rather play this guy off chem here, because there's no point using this guy on 10 chem when you got a trash goalkeeper, because of the fact that you're trying to get him on 10 chem. So I definitely would recommend getting Courtois in goal instead, and then just getting Varane that full chemistry, and just using him on 8 chem. Obviously with a manager as well, he'll go up to 8 chem. So that's definitely what I would do for the goalkeeper position. But let me just quickly put him back in here and put Courtois on the bench. So just so you know, the players that I've given that I recommend for you to upgrade to. So yeah, in terms of upgrading the defense, that's what I would do. Now the main talking point is the midfield. Now I think I can tell by the way your team set up that you changed to a narrow formation in game, because I don't think you would, like, I don't know who your striker would be and who your winger would be, because you've only got one wide player. I mean, you got 2 wide players, but you don't have a striker. You know, you got a lot of centre mid. So I'm guessing you switch to like the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. Now, if that is the case, this is what I would do. So I would get rid of De Bruyne and I would get rid of Tielemans. All right, I would get rid of those two, and you can actually, the players I'm about to tell you to get, you can get for the same price that De Bruyne and Tielemans cost. So what I would do is get inform João Felix, one of the most overpowered players in the game. All right, I'm telling you, this guy is fantastic. Get inform João Felix and get Llorente. All right, that's definitely what I would do. And again, you can still play your narrow formation if you do go to that, but then what you've got is an actual striker. So you can use João Felix and Carrasco in striker, and then you can use Van Bergen in the cam position. All right, but if you're going to switch to the 4-2-3-1 formation, you'd have to get rid of one of these centre midfielders, and possibly get someone like a Griezmann or an informed Suarez and use him at cam, for example. But I'm pretty sure you go to the narrow formation. So that is definitely what I would do. Like 100%, I recommend that you go ahead and get João Felix, right? Get João Felix, get Llorente, and that really does improve your team by a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Instead of De Bruyne and informed Tielemans, you know, João Felix and Llorente are much more meta cards than De Bruyne and Tielemans. So yeah, I recommend that you go ahead and do that. In terms of your attack, inform Carrasco is good, but again, you can just upgrade. For example, you can upgrade it to who is it? Carrasco, but his second inform. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so you can upgrade to his second inform. His 86 rated inform, you can upgrade to that. I'm not gonna lie, that 86 rated card there is really overpowered, so it really is worth the upgrade. Even if 84 Carrasco is good, get the 86 one, because that card is fantastic. It really is. And then obviously you need De Jong here for chemistry, which is fine. De Jong's a great player to use in the game, but again, it's a situation where you can upgrade to his inform if you wanted to. And if you actually did want to use the 4-2-3-1 formation in game, you could go ahead and pick up Inform Marlon. There you go. And then you change to the 4-2-3-1 with Llorente and Gravenberch as the two CDMs. You use Felix at cam, Marlon at striker. Then you'd have Carrasco and Van Bergen as your two wide players. So there's two options here that you can do with this team. So if you go with De Jong, you switch to a narrow formation. If you go with Marlon, you switch to a 4-2-3-1. But in terms of upgrading De Jong in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation or 4-3-1-2 formation, you can actually get his inform, alright? So again, if you got those coins, go ahead and just make those upgrades. So all it is really, like, the base, the players you're choosing are good, but because they've got these inform, because they've got these special cards you can get, then you might as well just upgrade to those cards once you get the coins, because the team is actually good. There's no need, like, you don't have to actually change the player, just upgrade to their special card when you get the coins. And then yeah, your team is looking good. With those changes. Without those changes, I'm not too sure about how good you're going to do with this team. And also remember, get Courtois in goal, because that really does need fixing, because this guy, man, especially when you come up against really good attackers, which in FUT Champs you do a lot, you know, people are going to have team of the years now. They're going to have, you know, they're going to have your informed Felix, they're going to have player of the month Felix, they're going to have Rashfords and just overpowered attackers. If they get a chance, if they even get one sniff, they're going to shoot and they're going to score, because this keeper is just not good enough. So I definitely would recommend getting Courtois in goal. And yeah, it just makes more sense. Obviously, this Van Bergen card here is good. Can't really upgrade it. This card here is fantastic. So yeah, all you have to do really to upgrade this team is get second inform Carrasco, either get inform De Jong or Marlon, depending on what formation you're playing. Get Llorente, get inform Felix, and then get Courtois in goal. And then yeah, honestly, the team is going to be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, in terms of a rating out of 10, let me just put your players back in just so I know what your team is looking like for sure. So yeah, this is the team that you did send in. It is 100 chemistry with manager and loyalty, but yeah, you can do a lot better than this. You can do better than this. So for a rating out of 10, I'd have to give it, I'm not gonna lie, alright, so let's have a look at the defense. The goalkeeper is not good. You know, Varane, Mendy, good combination here. This centre back in Kleiber is very good. But again, the goalkeeper really does bring down this defensive rating a lot. So in terms of the defense, I probably have to give this like a 4, because the keeper is important. You know, you want to have it just at, it can be, the keeper can be average, but that is a poor goalkeeper choice. So yeah, the defense is good, it's okay, but you just need to improve the keeper. The midfield would obviously be De Jong, De Bruyne, Tielemans, and Gravenberch. That's a good midfield. That is a good midfield, to be fair. But then your attack, Carrasco, Van Bergen, I just feel like it's a little bit weak. As a whole, I'd probably give this team, I'd have to give it like a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10 I'd have to give this team. But you know, if you make these upgrades, if you get informed João Felix, if you get Llorente, even just those two players here, getting Felix and Llorente, it makes this team a lot better. And then if you were to get informed De Jong or Marlon, depending on what formation you're using, the team instantly becomes better. And also with Courtois in goal, man, like with these changes, this team becomes like an 8 out of 10. Like a 7.5 out of 10. So I really would recommend making those changes. But yeah, man, you guys let me know though what you think as well. You know, even though you might be watching this and it might not be your team that I'm rating, but let me know, did you think that this team was good? You know, let me know your thoughts of the previous team. And also let me know on the best squad that you saw this episode. You know, was it squad number 1, number 2, or number 3? You let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video though. If you did, make sure you guys do smash a thumbs up on it. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on that bell so you don't miss an upload, and make sure to follow the steps if you want to be featured in this video as well. But thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy RB Plays. I hope you did enjoy it, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.